My name is Trisha Wilborn, and I'm very excited to share my story with you and to share the reasons why I think I need a Healing Hearts puppy from 4E Kennels. My story is not really about me. My story is about a golden doodle named Annie and my 18-year-old son named Mark. Annie is a golden doodle that was brought into our lives for the sole purpose of working alongside me at the elementary school I teach in. From the day she was born, she was introduced to a curriculum that would prove her to be successful around many children in any setting. I worked with her daily to ensure that she could meet the needs of any school child at any given moment. At the age of 4 months, she began working part-time in my classroom, and by 7 months, she was nearly full-time. The results were phenomenal. She was able to work with students that were having anxiety. Maybe they were sad and they just needed a safe space or a place to go without judgment and just to receive love and pets from Annie. On many occasions, Annie would prove to a kindergartner who was having a bad day that it could be turned into a great day, and they would avoid a trip to administration. On January 27, 2019, Annie needed to quit her job. My 18-year-old son, Mark, was in a tragic bicycle accident, broke his neck, and became paralyzed from the chest down. I immediately left the classroom to be with him in ICU for 11 days, followed by 3 months in Denver at a rehabilitation hospital. It became clear that my son's life would look very different from what we had previously thought. It also became clear Annie would have a new job. Annie is currently in training to be Mark's service dog because he is now in a wheelchair. Mark will be attending college at the University of Colorado in Boulder, and Annie will service him and his disability. It is a beautiful arrangement that I had never envisioned for Mark or Annie, but it makes perfect sense. She was born for a greater purpose, and Mark's accident has given this to her. So where does this leave my students? Currently, without a therapy dog to service their many needs. The school had embraced Annie and all she stood for. My principal considered her a full-time staff member. Annie attended after-school activities and had plans to be in the school play prior to Mark's injury. Annie sent social media announcements and she engaged families. She greeted students at arrival and she never tired at dismissal to say goodbye. The students miss her, but they understand Mark's injury is of far greater importance. I know the care of a student begins with feeling safe and loved before any learning can take place, and I am seeking to replace that with a 4E Kennels Healing Hearts puppy. In my 11 years of full-time teaching, I've never experienced greater and faster results than I have with my time with Annie in the classroom. Annie provided love, zero judgment, a heart that grew each time that she saw a child enter the campus. She changed morale at our school, and the staff embraced her just as much. I do know the difference between a service dog and a therapy dog. A service dog is one dog that is chosen for an individual that can provide healing and service their disability. A therapy dog has one heart and has room for hundreds, if not thousands, in that heart. If I am chosen to receive this 4E Kennels Healing Hearts puppy, I know that the reach will be exponential. My school mourned the loss with me when we went through Mark's injury. We saw a community that reached out and gave in fundraisers and love and support and prayer. To replace Annie at my school is just to show my students hope, just as I teach them in the classroom. Mark is a fighter and he is goal-driven, and this is something that I teach my students as well. This puppy would be a reminder to not lose hope, and that when students are faced with big challenges, there's always another way to solve a problem.
There you go, baby. Welcome to the world.